wait because you're only 30. When you reach 40, we'll get a few more surprises for you, okay? But first of all, I want to introduce someone to you who you know very well, and I actually had the privilege of working with this guy in Savannah, Georgia when you were in Seattle for those 2 gigs, remember?
Yeah, I do.
Bryson, come on out. Okay, so, one little surprise, you weren't expecting it. You might have been surprised if he wasn't here, so... What's behind door number 2? Well, door number 2 is another good friend of yours. He's come all the way from Vegas. Will you please welcome Mike? Having fun? Okay. Okay, so far so good. Now, your next surprise from door number 3 is actually somebody who, well, they are very close to you. They've made a journey from Northern California. They're very good friends of yours in the business. Would you please welcome Matt and Lisa Hall? Oh, it's ringing. Mark. Hey, Mark. Hey, I've got Ivan for you. You got voicemail twice. Okay, what's going to happen? I want you to go mingle with your family and friends. I know there's food available for everybody, so do you want to say a few words before you...
Yeah, this really means everything to me. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you. I don't know how the hell you kept this a secret with Facebook. Evan kind of blew it today almost. Apparently. I get a text message from Evan and he goes, "Hey, can you pick up a cart for Ivan?" And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, what do you... That was weird. Wow, this is amazing. You guys kept this a secret. Thank you so much.
Our first roaster tonight. Okay, well, Ivan got to start performing on cruise ships. Bryson got to start performing on ferries. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bryson Lang.
Pompous, obsessive, rude, vain, small hands, smelly, irritating, unfunny. These are just some of the words that I use to describe Jimmy Tedesco from summer camp when I was 9. That guy, I didn't like him at all. But we're here to talk about Ivan, so these things move. My name is Bryson Lang. I'll talk to you a little bit about Ivan Pecel. I don't know if you guys have seen the collage of photos up here. Definitely take a look at it, because there's a lot of really good stuff up there. He's posing in almost all of them. You're the pose master general. That's what I'm going to call you from now on. Well, what can you say about Ivan? I'm asking you guys. on stage, before I got up here, someone handed me 2 lists. They handed me a list of really positive, nice things to say about Ivan, and then a list of negative things. And it's hard for me to know, that is a receipt. Let's go with this one then. Here's the thing, I'm sure all you guys just want to hear about all the crazy stories, am I right? Yeah. The stories, the crazy stuff, like the drugs and the hookers and all that stuff. So in an effort to be a little bit truthful and divulge, the facts from the past, nobody I know has done more drugs and been with more hookers than Charlie Sheen. That guy's crazy. Talk about 9 lives. Wow, sort of rampage, isn't there? But we're here to talk about Ivan. When I first met Ivan, we both shared a love of energetic music. I was really into hard rock and heavy metal from the 80s. Ivan was really into like hardcore punk and things like that. And frankly, what's more punk than being a juggler? As you guys know, Ivan has to travel for work all the time, and he flies everywhere. And the airlines are so concerned now with weight and size for suitcases. And although Ivan is slim, he does have to check his biceps as oversized baggage. Check his biceps as oversized baggage. Johnny Carson, you guys don't remember him. He was quite famous. Ivan's been very successful, as you all know, on cruise ships. He's a favorite among cruise directors. A lot of these guys ask for Ivan personally. To me, it seems unnecessary to sleep with all of them. Everybody's approach is different, Some people like to relax by trimming bonsai trees, for example. Ivan's approach is a little bit different. So now when he gets back from a long trip and says, "Look, just banged out another one," now I know what he's talking about. Whatever floats your boat, buddy. Literally, seriously. Up top. Yeah. Ivan's 10 years younger than me, and he bought a house before me. He got married before me. He's gonna have kids before me. So. Congratulations, man. Thanks for making me look like a dick. There's a short story I'd like to tell about Ivan. When he was on a cruise ship once, and this is absolutely true, and you'll remember it instantly. He was on a cruise ship. There was an Indonesian cruise member, or cruise staff, who recognized that Ivan was into bodybuilding and working out. He wanted to get some advice and some help from him. So he approached Ivan and said, "Hey, can you give me some tips?" And Ivan was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll share whatever tips I can." He said, "Can I come to your cabin and just ask you some questions or whatever?" He was like, "Yeah, sure." Well, the guy showed up. He had a video camera and a tripod. And Ivan was like, "What are you doing?" And he goes, "Well, you know what? For me, it's kind of like a class. Like, I want to take in all the information, and I want to make sure I get everything straight. So can I just videotape it, and you can tell me all your wisdom about working out and personal fitness and all that?" And Ivan's like, "Well, I guess so, sure." So he sets up the video camera, and they start talking, and Ivan's sitting next to this guy, and the guy keeps kind of sidling over to him like this while he's explaining things about fitness, and Ivan's pushing himself up against the cabin wall. The crescendo to the story is this Indonesian guy eventually goes, "I'm just trying to work on my upper body." "Well, here," he whips off his shirt like that. Ivan freaks out and goes, "Whoa, whoa, 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 you gotta leave, buddy. Am I right? That happened?" Now you have 2 choices at that point, right? Can you guys imagine if we had the footage, though, from that video camera? How fantastic that would be. Guess what I have in my back pocket? Guess what I have, Ivan? Cinnamon Altoids. These are awesome. These are so good. But I wish, seriously, I wish we had that footage. That'd be great. So cool to see. The best part of this story is, though, Ivan went into the bathroom in his cabin to take a rape shower, basically. To wash that experience away. No. And, I sure did. He discovered that the entire ship had been supplied with his grandfather's invention, the Delta faucet! Yeah! didn't go with those bastards at Kohler, did they? Delta all the way. What I'm really trying to say tonight, Ivan, is two things. Number one, you still owe me $2.68 for El Pollo Loco from 1996. That's a check or whatever. Yeah. Number two, and this is seriously coming from my heart, after all the years of practicing together, traveling together, spending time sharing our lives, our careers, and our dreams, you've become almost like a friend to me. Happy birthday, Ivan. Thanks for that.
I wish I could say that this next gentleman is a very close personal friend of mine, but I won't because he asked me not to. Then, Mr. Mark Nizer.
All right, first of all, I'm nowhere near as funny as Bryson. I apologize for that. I'm just going to tell some honest stories and maybe sugarcoat a little bit to kind of keep your marriage that's on the rocks, obviously, your wife's controlling your alcohol input, moving away the tequila. First of all, Grandma, is it possible for you to turn off your hearing aids before I continue here? Obviously, this is, Bryson's used the rape word, and I have that in mind as well. So that's going to be awkward.
You see the word I was going to use?
Yeah, well, we debated that, didn't we, Bryson? Yeah, but we had to just split up the words we were going to get to use. So, yeah, I'll be using it in a moment. First of all, Ivan's like a son to me. I never wanted children, though. That's a big deal right there. So it's kind of a hate relationship. His teeny hands were always a disturbing factor to me. As a juggler, I'm always looking for somebody I can coach that's going to be amazing, you know? I'm like, yes, this is the person. And he was really good, but then I saw his teeny baby hands, and I was like, oh my God, he's horrible. There's no way he can be good. Mattel actually called me, because Barbie lost the Barbie molds for the little teeny hands, so they were going to use your hands as a replacement model, yeah. I think your mom probably took like half of the thalidomide, maybe. That's what happened. Just like, maybe almost no hands, but then just little teeny hands.
T-Rex.
Yeah, like little T-Rex hands. You can't pick things up, or you can hold little baby bean bags for 9 balls. I'm sorry, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please turn this on. Hey. What? No, I meant that, the thing that Ivan talked about. Yeah, the one that Ivan's first wife paid me to come to. I know, I just have to do it. You know? All right, I'm sorry, I'm going to the airport right after. I don't want to be here. Okay. Okay, there, it's back on. All right. So I tried to help Ivan. He wanted to join the championships. It wasn't mentioned in the intro apparently, but I am a world champion juggler. Yes. When it comes to world champion, people throw that term around loosely, I believe. Everyone says I'm the world champion. What, you won like the 3-ball juggling competition? Ooh, drops don't count, do they? Okay, all right. And then there's a competition called the seniors, which is the people that are actually kicking ass and taking names. I was the world champion juggler. Ivan competed on several occasions. The last time that he competed, well actually recently he won the silver, which is pretty impressive. But the time when I was with him and coached him, technically he was the worst one. He failed. Out of 10 acts, all he could muster was 8 above last place. That's it. You know, the second. That's not that great. And I trained Ivan pretty intensely, kind of on the Karate Kid kind of mantra, you know, play with my kids on, play with my kids off. Model a tiger thong on, model a tiger thong off. Cut my grass. You did a good job doing that. It was inspiring. And I've known Ivan since he was a little boy. I even got to go to his little freakish room when he was a baby. There's always like all these toys and little packaging and stuff. Oh my God! Crusty speed racer sheets and everything. I want to get these images out of my head, but I can't. started this, like, he used to look normal, and then he started this freakish workout regime to kind of try to make up. And I think he did the big biceps to hide the teeny baby hands. He'd be like, oh, look at those giant arms! And then you would notice the baby hands. But I knew when his pecs exceeded my pregnant wife's cup size that things were going poorly. I'm not saying he takes steroids, but he used to make me shave his back, and the clippings from a single day I filled a beanbag chair. You don't deny it, you know it's true. Ivan's kind of good looking, I'm going to give him that. There's such a thing as being too good looking, don't you think? You know? Ivan is too good looking. And it occurs to you. At 5th Street Promenade, is that what it's called? Okay, we're walking down the street at 5th Street Promenade, and a girl bashed into a pole that was staring at me. Because I'm walking along, and suddenly I'm the fat chick. You know? I used to be kind of okay, and I'm walking with Ivan, I'm dead, I'm invisible. I'm the fat chick suddenly. And she walked right into a pole and hit her face. And he acted like, oh, it's totally normal, happens all the time. Ivan's real parents, I don't know if you know he was adopted. They were migrant workers, and he was conceived in a freshly plowed alfalfa field. In a non-consensual sex rape. Right? The sex that ensued produced this hermaphroditic Ivan that's more woman and man. That's why he's so good looking. Because he's 50% woman. I think he'd be better off being a professional softball player than a jungle player. I think 2 of the missing beanbags that I lost are actually wedged into his biceps. I don't want to put a dark cloud to finish this off here, but Ivan molested. Maybe it's funny to you people, but it's not really funny to me. It was weird because, you know, I thought I was his mentor, and nothing happened for the first 2 years that we were kind of together, and I was starting to worry that, you know, maybe Ivan didn't like me. And then, luckily, you proved that you did love me. But Ivan has been a great friend of mine. I've really enjoyed practicing with him. He's inspired me as much as maybe I inspired you. It came right back at me. I've had a great time. I'm so glad I could be here. Do I get a hug? All right.
A professional juggler and teaches Japanese. I looked him up on ratemyteacher.com. His students say he's pretty cool for a round eye. Please get up for Matt Hall.
皆さんこんばんは。自己紹介させていただきたいと思っております。マッシュホールと申しますが、でも今夜はアイベン君についてちょっと話したいんですけど、本当にアイベン君は腕がいいですけど、でもそちらはちょっと小さいですからね。I can translate if you wish. Good? That get through? I'm saying his belt is a little small. He's a small belt, big arm there. Wow. I'm gonna keep it short and just real disjointed images, really. You can tell I'm actually not a professional juggler. I'm a teacher. That's my job. I actually have 20 students from Japan visiting my school now, and I, of course, in their time with me, abandoned them to come visit Ivan. Because that's how I roll. どうも先生、ちょっとアイブン君の、はい、そうね、大きいウェーブですね。はい、すみません。That was me to get down here today after 6 periods. But Ivan and I have been friends for about a decade or more, and our relationship, just like any good relationship, is marked by envy, competition, one-upmanship, you know, the foundation of good friendship. I actually had people writing me saying, Matt, I got a joke for Ivan's roast, because he didn't know what everybody else knew about in the joking world, so I got every hack writing me jokes. I got one. I parsed it down to one. How do you know Ivan has been at your house? The answer? All your hair gel is gone and your kids' shirts don't fit anymore. And that, of course, is Kurt Carlisle. Wow! Kurt Carlisle. Yeah, pretty good, huh? Yeah, it really is for him. That's right, Kurt. Video. Get on the video. No, really, for Ivan and I saw Ivan at the 2000 IJA, the International Jugglers Association Festival, where he won the 3-ball open. I started joking when I was 27. He started when I was 7, when he was 7. So yeah, he's way ahead of me, always better, old and busted, the new hotness, chiseled features, bald, you know, the hair, kill me, fuck me, anyway. I saw him there, and my wife and I were there. It was our first festival. I see him do his thing, I'm like, I'm not even that good. You know? And then for a couple years, I just watched him do his thing. I watched him, he got into the finals, he got into the competition. I tried out, didn't get in. Like I said, envy, competition, one-upmanship. Then, in 2003, finally we got to hang out at a local festival up in Northern California, and I saw the human side of him, because he had been sick with food poisoning. And we took him out to Jack in the Box, of course, because that's what you do to get over food poisoning. And he was like, yeah, I've just been holed up in my house for the last 3 days, I haven't watched the news, anything. He goes on stage that night, he's the second to last act, and he does his little torch thing, he's getting the torches ready, he's going to light the fire, and he makes his joke that he normally makes. And he's like, oh yeah! And he's like, well, you know, the fuel I'm using tonight isn't that good, you know, but it's not like the space shuttle blew up or anything. The space shuttle blew up that day. That day. He didn't know. And I'm in the audience watching him like, he has balls of solid rock. He is a true artist. The crowd's like, oh. He literally killed the rest of the show, the rest of the festival. And I was like, all right, it's human, awesome. Now I can like him. Then, after that, we were friends. Great, he proved he had feet of clay, so I was like, hey, now we can be friends. He's human like me. And the other things that come to mind, one, he was the MC when I won the silver medal, and then the next year when he won his silver medal, I was a judge. I did for you. I did for you. Other quick images. In 2008, he, what do you call it? I didn't rape you. No. Close. We'll let them be the judge. Yeah, he invited me on a cruise ship that was going to Alaska. We were going to film a video together. And one day I was looking out, I've never been to Alaska, I'm looking out the porthole of our suite, and I'm like, oh, this is great. What time is it? Do we have practice or something? We gotta do something? What time is it? He's like, oh, I got the time. Here, check out my new watch. I turn around, he has his cock wrapped around his wrist. Around his wrist. Well, the other victims of the cock wrist Why is your wife coming? Your wife is coming. And once again, struck by several emotions. One, that he felt comfortable enough to do that with me, and two, that he had big enough cock to do that. So, once again, envy, competition, you see a theme running through here. But I will say this, on that very same cruise, that was 2008, cruise ship, 2008, Alaska, we filmed together. About a week prior to that cruise ship, my father had passed away. And I didn't have any reason to juggle anymore, because I couldn't call my dad and say, hey Dad, I just won a championship, or hey Dad, I just got invited to Israel or Britain. I didn't want to know nothing from nobody. Wife couldn't inspire me, nobody could inspire me. I didn't care about juggling. My teaching suffered. I went on a cruise with this guy for a week, and literally, he made
made me care about a lot of things that I didn't think I cared about anymore. And it was because of his joie de vivre. He taught me how to be a professional again, how to be an artist, and in many ways how to be a man. Because he's